some recent Love After Lockup updates, but first let's talk about the cast that has been confirmed for the new season of Life After Lockup. When I was watching Love After Lockup this past Friday, I noticed there are several commercials showing that Love After Lockup will be back in October, and these are the returning couples that have been confirmed so far. We have Kirok and Brittany, Louis and Melissa, Michael and Justine, Tenny and Rob. They were on last season. He's the one that had to watch her all day with the video cameras while he's in prison. And then Kimberly and Joey. So we have one couple coming from this season of Love After Lockup, one couple from the last season of Love During Lockup, and the rest are returning couples who have already been on Life After Lockup. There's a few I'm excited about, and then there's a few I'm like, really, again? And like I said, I'm sure they'll announce at least 3 more couples. And once they do announce those couples and we get more at length trailer to look at, I'll make a video of like what to expect and what they show in the trailer like I usually do. Melissa and Louis, they just actually celebrate a year of living together in New Jersey. I can't believe it's been a year already. Time is flying by. It literally feels like it was just months ago that we saw him getting out. Like, I know it's always delayed from what we see on TV, but dang, time is flying. And I didn't notice this when Melissa was on the show, but now that I watch her on social media, I have never seen Melissa wear a different color than black. Every single shirt, dress, everything she has is in black. And I don't know how I didn't notice that. But now let's talk about Taylor's sister, Bobbi. We have covered in great length all the times that Bobbi has reached out to fans and asked them for money and promised them she would pay them back and then just totally went ghost on them. Well, Bobbi has found a new victim, and she was exposing Bobbi in a Love After Lockup Facebook group. She posted Bobbi's profile and a message from Bobbi on May 21st where Bobbi said, "Hey," and she said, "I have a question. I don't really want to ask, but last night the tire popped and it's $25 to get it fixed, and I don't have it till Friday, and I need to go to work, but for an Uber is $18. Can you help me get an Uber until Friday? I can pay you back, but it won't be till Friday morning. I asked my stepdad and mom already first, and my sister, and nobody has it until Monday." And this person said, "Well, how would I get you the money though?" And she said PayPal or Cash App. And they're like, "Okay." And then Bobbi was like, "Which one do you have?" And they're like, I don't know if I have Cash App, but I have PayPal." Bobbi said, "Okay, my PayPal," and then she sent all her PayPal information. And this person was like, "Can you give me like a couple hours?" And then Bobbi said, "How far is the store? I gotta be there by 11:30 to work. And tire fix before that, but they said that it'll only take about 15 minutes. And this person said, "Okay, I gotta take a shower, and then I'll go to the store, probably like 10 minutes. And then they sent like the little thumbs up on Facebook, and Bobbi's like, "What's that mean?" They're like, "It's an accident." Finally, they sent the receipt that they sent $25 to Bobbi on PayPal. And Bobbi said, "Thank you." And they said, "You're welcome. Please don't tell anyone who helped you." And then, next thing you know, on July 4th, over a month later, she messages a girl and says, "Hey, do you have $15 I can borrow by chance?" Then this girl said, "No, sorry." And then 2 weeks later, she said, "When are you going to pay me back the money you borrowed for a tire? $25. And Bobbi asked for this towards the end of May and claimed, "I'll pay you this Friday." And here she's having to ask her 2 months later for her money, only after Bobbi was trying to ask her for even more. Like, the audacity. And now I want to talk about Deontay's girlfriend. She shared a warning for girls who go through urinary tract infections because she was hospitalized and it was pretty serious due to a UTI. She said, disclaimer for all my ladies. If you get a UTI, urinary tract infection, do not put it aside or treat with behind-the-counter meds. I had a UTI for about 2 weeks on and off trying to take AZO and over-the-counter urinary relief. Well, last night it took a turn for the worse. I couldn't hold liquids down, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't stop shaking, I had a low-grade fever. I finally went to sleep and woke up a couple hours later in agony. Thankfully, Deontay rushed me to the ER where I learned I had a kidney infection that turned septic, along with having a kidney stone in my right kidney and an abscess on my right kidney. Finally, after 2 doses of morphine, some antibiotics, and some anti-nausea, I'm feeling much better. Ladies, please do not make the same mistake I made. If you're hurting, please don't be embarrassed. It's natural, and it could be life-threatening if not treated. And that is serious. Septic is literally blood poisoning when your body and the infection in your body starts attacking your tissue and organs. And if she didn't go to the hospital when she did, she could have very easily died from that. So that is a big warning to other people of how serious it can get. And now I want to talk about Cam and Airris. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they're one of the couples that haven't been announced yet. Like, I'm not 100% for sure, but I have a feeling that WeTV is going to bring them back. And Cam went on Tasha K's platform and did an interview, and we kind of talked about it in my last updates video. We talked about how he was clowning the plane that Tasha K had put him on because she was the one that purchased a ticket to fly him out. And the plane was like pink, had eyelashes on it. And he said he felt like he was riding like the Greyhound version of planes. And him and Tasha talked a little bit in this clip, and he brought up the plane and all that. And he was complaining about the food budget because not only did Tasha pay for his hotel, his plane, but she also gave him $50 a day to eat on, which, I mean, isn't that bad. I know with inflation that won't get you very far, but I mean, she still gave him money to eat on, and he was complaining about it, and she's like, what the heck, you can't eat off $50 a day? You can get you some Chipotle. And he's like, I don't eat no damn Chipotle now that I've been on 4 seasons of reality TV. He's too good for Chipotle now. And he was saying that he's used to having a $500 budget for food. So it sounds like that's what WeTV was giving him when him and Airris were going out to eat. But let's be honest, he was acting like he had a $500 budget all the time. But the only time we really seen them go out to eat on the show was, well, they didn't even go out to eat that I remember. It was them at the beach when he hired that personal chef, and the personal chef had like the steak with the 14 karat gold or whatever he was putting on the steak. And Cameron came out and was claiming afterwards, because everyone's like, oh, I bet WeTV paid for that. And he's like, yeah, they paid for some of it, but I went over budget and had to pay for the rest. That's really all I learned from the clips that Tasha showed. I guess the full interview is on her website, but it's like $10 a month or something to subscribe. And she did ask Cameron where his wife was, and I guess she initially tried to invite the both of them, but Airris had to work, and he said that she's still working a 9 to 5. And now I want to talk about Heather. Heather has been something else this past few weeks. Just as I expected, we were going to have a lot of crazy days and nights once she got out of the shelter, and that's exactly what's been happening. Like, I would literally be sitting here for 20 minutes if I catch you up with everything since my last Heather video. I probably need to make a whole separate video and talk about everything, but this is the most recent biggest thing that's went down. On August 2nd, she posted Wednesday through Friday, I shouldn't even be here at this time. It seems curated. Staff exposes my breast to a room full of homeless men and get in my face screaming something inaudible because I asked her to close the room door while I'm pumping milk for my son. The conditions are this way daily, super ghetto and disturbing. Yelling, name-calling, hostile. I've never stopped applying daily. Something has got to give. Possible second open case against CM. I spoke with Juanita yesterday in person regarding concerns. She said it was like this nurse that was acting like that and is being all ghetto. And they ended up not allowing her to have her Thursday and Friday visit due to this. And I think she probably ended up having a big outburst and, got kicked out. But there's one thing we know for sure is Heather is very hostile. And, what I'm assuming is what it sounds like is the nurse probably came through the door and Heather freaked out because she was opening the door while she was sitting there. And, I'm sure Heather didn't just tell her calmly and be like, hey, excuse me, ma'am, can we not do that again? She was probably like, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. You know how she is. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. What do you think about the cast for the new season of Life After Lockup? Sound off in the comments below. Check out my lashes at accordingtoamber.com. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.